What's going on, and welcome to this video here. I ask that you like this video, but let's go and move forward here. This video falls in the category of reference series of videos, just a general video or information that I can come back and pull to in the future as needed. Now, no matter what year it is, once the calendar hits May, it's always that special day that women love, and of course I'm talking about Mother's Day. Now, granted, you do have some mothers out there that actually qualify for the term of being a true mother. And likewise, you do have some women out there who are instantly disqualified for ever uttering the term mother out of their vocabulary. And I guess the men that watch this video, we know both sides of this coin, and we can definitely identify in our own personal life which women we have met qualify for those categories. But let's go and move forward in this video right here. When we really break down a woman, this day, if any others, is a day that you will see women yearning for attention, yearning to be recognized, yearning to be put on this plateau, gifts. And this is a laundry list of things that women love as they seek that attention, that validation, this yearning to be noticed and rewarded for something that their body structure is designed to do. And so once we really break down women from an emotional point of view, you hear me say it in previous videos that women are pretty much two. Their DNA structure, and then as they grow up and quote unquote mature, they are influenced by what's going on in society in the current moment or generation. And so we see at the recent times how women find themselves never satisfied, always seeking that validation, which is really just male attention, male energy. And they will go above and beyond to get it. For men out here that's in relationships and putting women on this pedestal, giving these women whatever they want, whatever they desire, or whatever you deem they may need. And yet that woman still is not satisfied. She's not content. She's not happy. There's always something missing with these women. And so we have to ask ourselves, when we break down women from an emotional point of view, what is really missing here? Now, some can say that maybe she never had a father in her life, and she's missing that father figure, an individual that would have gave her the tools and some lessons as she grows up to be a more mature woman on how to handle and carry herself and present herself out here into the world. And there are women out here that are missing that father figure in their lives. And some of these women go on and have kids by multiple men and repeat a cycle. And then if you actually break these women down, they would tell you that they made some mistakes along the way, and that society, and men specifically, are supposed to overlook these and accept them, unconditional love, if you will, with all their flaws and insecurities that they have. And see, many men spend time trying to boost these women up, telling them they look beautiful and they're the best thing they ever had in their life. And those may sound good to her eardrum, but it's not really satisfying the emotional disconnect that she has within. It's a yearning, as you hear women say, I had to find myself, that they seek on their own quest and journey. And even in that quest, they usually reach their decades of their 30s and 40s and 50s and still haven't reached nor found that answer to the basic questions. So as women are celebrated and glorified on this day, we have to realize that some women really are not focused mentally to really bear on children. You can really keep it real and say some of these women are only good for just sex. And that's the clean version. But when we really analyze these women and we see their insecurities come out, even though they try to hide them, to present themselves into the world to cover up the pain that they're really running from here. So on Mother's Day, it's really an escape because they can instantly brag that they are a mother and that they have achieved something, whatever it is, that gives them that validation that they should be appreciated for, rewarded for, noticed for, cherished for. But if you ask the kids of these mothers, is she really a good mother? Oh, you'll be shocked. Well, not really, by the answers. So, for men that stay single and choose to go in a different direction and not make a woman a mother, if you will, then you don't have to worry about this. It's really a non-issue because we know women love to hook up on the low and do their little deeds as well, as long as nobody knows. So we know women live two lives, and the double standard is always prevalent here, no matter what. A woman can do something blatantly wrong, and yet you have a flock of women defending her instead of coming out against her. And that's real. But when we break down women from an emotional, psychological point of view, we see that women are sometimes just unstable or just unable for responsibilities, really mature enough to handle complex issues, to really understand what it means to be a woman, yet alone a mother. See, women out here living their life in a fast lane, trying to find love, affection, attention. Some man, they're going to get them time or money. And yet they end up getting themselves in situations where they're getting pregnant and they have to take on a responsibility that they're not ready for. And see, a woman won't be that honest and say, I'm not ready to be a mother. Some will, most won't. Instead, they will seek the validation of being a mother, even though they know mentally they're not fit nor qualified to do such. So for men that eliminate themselves from this pool of getting women pregnant and allowing women to walk around with that badge of motherhood as they wear it proudly, even though they don't qualify for it, on this day, as men sit back and look and observe, we can realize that the emotional disconnect that women have out here throughout the rest of the calendar year here, you will see it. Again, no matter what year it is. I don't have to speak for men, but men already know. There's two classifications of good quality women out here who earn that respect to be a good quality woman and mother. And we got a laundry list of stories of women who will never qualify for that. And they are only good for that sex or in a sexual point of view. And that's a sad outcome for these kids that's growing up in a single parent household where the woman would blurt out in an instant that she is the mother and father in that household. Yet these kids that's growing up in these households, as they hit the teenage adolescent stage, they are way out of control, totally disrespectful, and most likely 9 times out of 10 has seen different men come in and out their mom's household. Today, in today's generation and going forward, this will be more so a standard. As we just really look at women from afar, from a distance, and not really getting ourselves involved with these women, we can see the crash course right up ahead. I mean, we can see some of these scenarios happening before they even play out. And we can generally look at ourselves and say, man, I dodged a bullet. I'm glad I didn't enter into that situation. I'm glad I'm over here just looking in. Matter of fact, I'm on some others, and I'm really enjoying life. All right? But again, these women are mentally unstable, Some of them are unhappy. Yeah, they had a lot of kids. You see women just in civilian life and even in these rich and famous life where they have all these kids. They got all the success that you can dream of, and yet they're not happy with it. And this comes because there's a hole in their soul that haven't been filled. It's something missing in there. And some can say not having a father, but it's really a woman not being honest with herself. So you can live the fairy tale life and not be happy with it. And that's what you see in these common marriages of today. Woman get married, she lives that fairy tale for a few years, and then she ends up cheating and creeping on her husband because the excitement and thrill is gone. However, the financial security is there. And so for that aspect, she hangs on to her husband and then seeks to grab her single life and see that she still has it. Those are facts. It's just not my opinion. So for a man, as we sit here and understand the complexities of women's emotions, the best thing for us to do is to remove ourselves from the equation. And for men out there that's casually interacting with women from a sexual point of view and need or desire, then it's real common sense. Make sure you have condoms. Do what you need to do and move on about your way. Till the next video, man, just a real simple message as we break down and analyze women from an emotional point of view, the insecurities, their need for that masculine energy, masculine attention, always seeking approval. No matter what, we know women want attention. They can be married, they can have a boyfriend or whomever, but yet they still want to know, especially if they have kids, because women seem to have major insecurities about their body, which really goes back to what really all they bring to the table. All right? So as long as a woman know that men are looking at her body and they deem her to be sexy or sexual, then they are really happy. And so advertising the package, long weave, eyelashes, makeup, lipstick, nails, getting their shape right, gotta highlight their booty and them titties. As long as they can advertise that to the man and he's in love with that, they are satisfied. It fulfills that void in them. It does what money can never do for some women. It's your boy, man. Solo mission.